I started my music business when I was negative $25,000 in credit card debt, and I was able to scale from 0 to 20K a month in 7 months and then more than double it the year after. So what I want to do in this video is really show you what's worked for me and just break the entire process down so that you can apply it as well. You know, what I've had to do is go through so many ups and downs. I've had to invest at least $50,000 into courses, coaching, and of course paid ads to really dial this in and get this figured out. And so if you're a music expert, producer, audio engineer, music coach, or teacher, and you need to scale your music business, then this video is definitely going to be for you. So what we're going to do, we're going to hop right into the computer. I'm going to break everything down for you and show you how I scaled my music business to 20K a month and how you can do the same. Let's get it. So this is exactly how I scaled my music business to 20K a month. It's a full breakdown. What we're going to be doing is walking through how to work with music clients that pay you thousands of dollars for your services so you can scale your music business to 10K a month and beyond. So the way that I did it and the way that I've helped my clients do it is really breaking it into these 3 different phases, which we're going to walk through each one of these steps in this video so that you walk away with full clarification. Now, here's who this is for, okay? Because I do want to make sure and preface this that you're the right type of person watching this. So here's who this is for. First of all, this is for music producers, audio engineers, music teachers, music coaches, any of those types of folks. Like if you're one of those people, this is going to be perfect. Basically, if you're a music expert with multiple skills and you can do more than just make beats, just mix, just mastered, right? If you've mastered your craft and you have multiple skills, obviously, if you're ready, willing, and excited to invest in yourself and your business, you'll know that like if you aren't able to invest money into your business, you're not going to grow it. You value freedom, you value creativity, and getting paid to do what you love. You want to build a profitable business that fuels your lifestyle, and you're ready to move from musician to music entrepreneur. Okay, here's who this is not for. If you're unemployed or if finances are really tight, I get it. I've been there. I completely understand. Stay and watch the rest of this video, get some value maybe, but you are not going to be able to run any of the strategies that I share because I share how to run paid ads, and you're going to have to really have an abundant mindset. And if you're unemployed or finances are tight, I get it, but you won't be able to run paid ads and you're going to have a scarcity mindset. You won't be able to grow your business. This isn't for beginner musicians. I used to work with beginners, helping them learn how to produce their own music. This is not for you. You got to be an expert at what you do. It's not for rappers, singers, songwriters who only have those skills. Like if you're the rapper, if you're the artist and you're like quote unquote building a music business, but you really just are putting out songs and that's all you have, and you don't have a way to actually provide services to people, then this isn't going to work, right? If you don't have very many music skills, right? If you only make beats or you only mix or you only write lyrics, right? I've had people in the DMs be like, dude, I make beats and I make the best beats. Like, how do I get more clients? I'm like, dude, if you only make beats, I can't help you because, well, we'll explain more in this video, okay? If you want to do things the conventional music industry way, look, I get it. There's a lot of upside. The music industry is a big industry, but if you're really stuck on the conventional ways, this isn't going to work for you. If you hate the business and marketing side, straight up, like what I'm showing you is how to basically build an online music business. And if you don't like business, if you don't like marketing, if you hate that stuff and it just makes you stressed out and upset or whatever, get off this video because this isn't going to help. And I wouldn't even subscribe to me because like, I'm just not gonna be able to help you. And the last thing is if you just want to hire a team and only do the music, like if you're the type of person who wants to detach so much from the business side of things, and you just want to sit in the studio and make songs and expect money to just fall in your lap and you expect a manager to just get you clients, this is not for you. This is for people who want to build it, right? So, here's a little bit about my story just so you understand the context of where I'm coming from. So here's kind of where it went. I started doing music in 2011 and I was only able to write lyrics and record vocals. This is literally a picture of my first ever mixtape that I put out. I struggled working with producers. So, and I'm not an anti-producer guy. Some of my marketing in the past has seemed like that, but it's not really that. I've just had struggles with producers that I've worked with. So I decided to teach myself music production via YouTube. And then I actually got really into the music production side and I began learning the business side. So I first tried running recording sessions at my house, charging by the session. Then I started doing some remote mixing, mastering. Then I tried selling beats online. I even got mentored personally by Legion Beats. I got to meet him in person because I won his studio takeover and I was in his mentorship program. And he was cool enough to come on to my podcast that I was doing.
years, man. I love ever since we first met, your vibe, your energy, you know, that combination of the artistic side plus the entrepreneurial spirit, all that stuff is awesome, man. So I'm a fan of you. So I appreciate you having me on.
Super cool, right? So then what I decided to pivot back and go all in on my artist career. And I really, really went in on the business side, and I was able to get some really cool things happen, right? I got really, really good at marketing my own music. One of my videos, Watch Me, got, 200,000 views, super dope. I got a bunch of streams on this song, Necesito que regreses, right? These are all songs fully produced, mixed, mastered by me. I even started selling physical products of my albums, to cold traffic, literally set like ads that was message me if you want to hear more of my music, and then me turning those fans into paying customers. This is the stuff I was starting to see. I was starting to see people paying me for my music. Like literally buying my album. So a lot of people love seeing these numbers and these streams and all that type of shit. This is what I was seeing, and it was really, really dope. I even got the opportunity to speak at the Indie Artist Summit, which was hosted by Billy Big Shot. So super dope that I got recognized not only for the music part, but for the marketing side as well. Here's where the story gets kind of interesting, though. So I married my wife, Erica, October 29th, 2021. And by the end of 2022, here's what my financial situation was. I went negative $25,000 into credit card debt, right? Like I said at the beginning of the video. And I was barely making $2,000 a month as a youth basketball coach, right? I still love basketball. I love the kids that I've coached. I love coaching youth. I really do. And it's really rewarding, but unfortunately, it does not pay the bills very well. And so this was when I really had to take a hard look at what I was doing. I felt like I had gotten some small success in all these different areas of music, but I just couldn't seem to find a way to make music full time. I remember, though, that I had a mentor who was actually helping me with music marketing, and he had told me, Lee, you should create a high ticket offer. Now, at the time, I thought coaching sounded super corny. I was like, dude, I just want to be a rapper. I don't want to do coaching. But he made a few good points. Number one, I'd been coaching basketball for years, so I was good at it. And number two, basically what he said was, hey, it's super dope that you're getting $9 for a CD, but wouldn't it be dope if someone paid you $3,000 or $5,000? And so at the beginning of 2023, I ended up working 3 jobs at the same time. I was coaching basketball, I was doing social media management for realtors, and I was working at a coffee shop. Basically, he convinced me. He was like, you know what? He made me realize, man, the high ticket thing is a good idea. And he was right. Like getting someone to buy a $9 CD is definitely cool, but it's not as cool as someone paying $3,000 or $5,000. And so this was my situation. I basically decided I'm going to go all in on this coaching thing, and I'm going to go all in on high ticket music. And this was the 3 jobs that I started with just to try to get everything off the ground. And I started Rapid Fire Music Academy, where I was teaching recording artists how to produce, mix, and master their own songs from the comfort of their own home. And by June of 2023, I had finally hit my first 8K month. And in November of 2023, I hit my first $20,000 month. And it's actually crazy. I have a video on my YouTube channel where I talk, the video is titled 23K in 3 weeks, ... WTF. This November that you see here was actually a 3-week period because I was in the hospital for the first week. So anyway, point being, this was where I really learned like how to actually build my business fully online as a musician. And this is actually a clip from a show that I did. And I just really want to play this clip so you can really see a full scope of the story.
At the beginning of this year, I started a business called Rapid Fire Music Academy, where I teach independent hip hop artists how to produce their own music in 90 days. Actually, Carlos, crazy, one of my clients is here. He's a savage, crazy. But when I started this business, I was pretty fucking broke, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? And obviously Erica pulling through was amazing. But she was like, hey, you need to get a fucking job. I was like, yeah, you're probably right. So I hit up Chris. Chris, where you at? I was like, hey, Chris, are you guys hiring at Rooted? He's like, yeah, we're always hiring at Rooted. I'm like, okay, for sure. And met with Mike Jervis. He interviewed me. Worked there for 6 months. And the money that John and Jenny, was paying me to work here, I used that money for fucking Instagram ads, but they're the ones who paid me that money and I funneled it into my business. And I think 6 weeks ago was when I resigned working here because music's now making a full-time income for me. And
yeah. So again, just showing what's possible when you get this business part dialed in and you really figure this out. And then what ended up happening was really cool. In the first 7 months of 2024, I did over $100,000 in cash collected. And look, I don't share any of this to brag with you. I don't care. I don't, that's not how I live my life, needing to brag and flex and whatever. But here is why I'm sharing it. I'm sharing this with you because I truly believe that the younger version of myself is watching this right now and needs to know for a strong fact that there's a mentor out there specifically for them to show them that it is possible to live the life they dreamed of. So how does all this work? How is it that I went from negative $25,000 in credit card debt, barely making $2,000 a month, to now doing 6 figures in just 7 months and doing music full time? More importantly, and why you're probably here, how can you do the same? Well, here's what most expert musicians think they need to do. This is the old way. You probably think you need to go viral on social media, work with tons and tons and tons of broke artists and sell a high amount of cheap beats, work in a big famous studio as a studio runner to hopefully one day make it into the chair as an audio engineer, charge by the hour, get tons of Spotify streams and make royalties on the back end, try to land big checks from sync licensing and get placements with big label artists, right? And you know what? You might have tried some or all of these things. And look, I'm here to tell you that it is not your fault for thinking these things are what's going to get you full time with your music business. Yeah, all of these things can work, but they're all such a tough grind that it literally takes years and years. And honestly, it takes kind of a combination of all of these things to be able to make any real money. So that's why you don't want to go with just these conventional methods. You want a systematic approach to attracting clients who will pay you lots of money so you can build your music business. That is the system I'm going to show you today. This is the music social funnel. Now, I will make another video fully detailing like the intricacies of this, because this is really like kind of the top of the iceberg where this is what you see. But what I want to really show you is how to build this, right? Because you can just look at this and you can read it right now and pretty much you'll get it. But what I want to show you is, how do you build this? How do I go about teaching my clients how to build this? And really, how can you do the same? So we're going to break each one of these different phases down. So phase 1 is what's called your VIP offer. There's a couple of different steps. The first thing, if you start on the left, is your ideal client identification. You need to come up with your ideal client that will actually pay you a premium price so you can avoid working with broke artists. It's kind of funny because a lot of people are like, man, I just get so many broke artists that I talk to. I feel like artists don't have money. And then if I go and ask them like, well, who are you going after? And they don't even fucking know. Well, dude, that's the reason you're not able to actually get high paying clients, because you don't know who you're going after. So you got to get specific on that. The next part of it is the problems. You need to identify what problems your premium artist clients are having and come up with the one thing you're going to have to actually help them solve that problem. And then the last thing is your winning offer. You got to create a unique this is important. Transformational is the big word. Create a unique transformational offer that people would be happy to invest $2,000 plus for, and you would be excited to deliver. Here's really the secret, and it's not really a secret, but you got to be unique, right? This is really why I was able to land clients for my music production mentorship program for $3,000 to $5,000. This works for custom production, music services, coaching, teaching, or anything that you can package up all your skills together to get someone a big transformation within a specific time frame. So here's how, right? When someone sees your offer, they should literally think to themselves, wow, this is literally exactly for me. So let's now move into phase 2, which is the music social funnel. So now that you have your offer that you could sell for $2,000 plus for, let's get with this first. The first thing you want to do is actually warm outreach. I'm big on obviously paid ads, but you actually want to start with warm outreach. Now that you have a brand new VIP offer, let's contact all the people you already know. The goal here is to see, can we make some money without spending it? Got it? Next part of it is when we get into the content. Content's going to be the engine to nurture your audience, build authority, and gain trust with your audience. Like, contrary to popular belief, content is not what gets new eyeballs on you. So when people are like, oh man, I feel like I have to be on this content grind all the time, That's because you think content's what's going to get new people to see you, and it's not. What's going to happen is you're going to go to the third step of this, which is paid ads. Paid ads is how you open the floodgates for new people to see you. This is the fastest way to grow not only your social media following, but also your business. This is how you put in $1 and have the chance to make 2 to 6x back. Like my client Ange, right? She came to me not even really knowing how to fully produce music at a high level. She came into Rapid Fire Music Academy to learn music production. After that, she said, hey, Lee, I want to learn how to build my music business as a producer. She joined Music Money Mastery, and she ended up closing 7 custom production clients in the first 30 days of us working together.
About a year ago, I was stuck in my music career. I wasn't making high quality music, and most importantly, I didn't even really know what I wanted to do. That's when I met Leezy. I signed up for his coaching program, invested more than I ever have in my life, and dove in head first. Having him as a mentor completely changed the trajectory of my career. His mentorship broke a lot of my limiting beliefs around being a starving artist and completely flipped my mentality around. Since then, I've massively leveled up my game as a music producer and built a business that I couldn't have even imagined a year ago. If you're stuck in your career, go look for a mentor. It can be literally anyone who's closer to your goals than you are right now. Mentorship has been the single greatest force in my business, and it will be in yours too.
This is also, the music social funnel is also exactly how I was able to go from 10K followers to 38K followers in about 2 years. I went from 0 to 10K followers, like follow, unfollow, liked a bunch of people's stuff, like a lot of the hard nose, like organic stuff that definitely doesn't really work anymore. But running these types of, this style of ad and this style of social funnel really, really, really works to not only grow your following, but also get leads. So like, I'll show you in this 30-day period from September 11th to October 10th, my net followers in that 30-day period. And by the way, this was really very like an average month for me. I got 1,610 new followers, or I'm sorry, net followers. It's really interesting. A lot of people just look at that number, but what really happened that month was I ended up getting 2,315 new followers that month, right? Yeah, I lost some people too along the way, but that's to be expected. That means that that month I sent 2,315 DMs. All of those were potential leads. Do you understand that? Think about it. If you've got an offer that's, let's just say 2K. If you've got an offer that's 2K, and you've got 2,315 people coming in per month, don't you think you'll be able to sell, I don't know, 8 to 10 people for 2K each if you've got that many leads coming in, right? So the other interesting thing about this, again, going into the more of the music social funnel aspect, is I love running ads that gain you followers, because then what you're doing is when you put out content, it's nurturing your leads for free with your stories, your reels, your content, all of that stuff, right? This is the exact funnel that I use to, basically do $100,000 cash collected just in 7 months in 2024. And so now that you got the offer, now that you've got the marketing dialed in, what we need to do is we also got to level up with high ticket sales. So there's a few different parts of this. The first is DM mastery. This is how to conduct conversations in the DMs to nurture, qualify, and book calls on your calendar with ideal clients. The next part is called the post-booking process. Okay. This is the process between someone booking a call with you and you actually taking a call taking a call with you, which is a super critical process. And it can make or break everything. And then the last part is high ticket sales mastery. This is how to enroll new clients without objections, so your sales calls become more like enrollment calls. By far, this is the most important skill in the entire process. And I understand maybe you're a musician, you're like, dude, I'm not really a salesy person, I don't really like sales. TBH, that's probably going to make you even better at sales because you're so honest and you're so authentic, right? So this is a huge part of it, is how do you get someone on a call and get them to enroll in what you're doing without objection so that you can collect pay in fulls and collect thousands and thousands of dollars. This is what's possible when you get really good at high ticket sales. Right? If you're charging by the hour right now, you're selling cheap ass lease beats, or you're doing remote mixing sessions and you just charge by the song, you are not going to be seeing shit like this popping up in your bank account. But this is what's actually possible for you when you can master high ticket sales. This is what's also worked for my clients. I'm going to show you a couple of different examples. Like I've talked about Ange a bit, but let me just read what she said commenting on this video here. She said, before I met him, it took me 3 months to make a song and I'd never made any money from my music. Within a year of working together, I hit my first 5K month as a music producer while in college, right? This is just like one of the screenshots. I mean, I could share so many from Ange, but I thought this was cool. Ange closed a repeat client for 2K. Leezy, let's go. I closed a current client on 2 songs for 2K yesterday. What's dope about what Ange has got going on, and really what a lot of people have going on when you run this type of funnel, you can get repeat customers over and over and over. And that's exactly what we're doing with my client Noah. 2 points. Here's what he had to say. Leezy has helped me so much in scaling my music biz to 10K a month. Honestly thought it was impossible, but with Leezy's help, has had such a massive impact on my music business. Beyond thankful for the program and mentorship he's provided. This was when he got his first sale. Leezy, my dog, got my first sale today, half up front. Let's fucking go. Really appreciate you helping me out, brother. You have no idea how much that means to me, right? So really cool. This is, again, what's possible when you can master the sales side. So that's how everything works. And right now at this point, you've got 3 options, okay? Option 1, you can just literally do nothing. I'm chill with it. Go ahead. Just go back to the life you were living exactly how it was before you started watching this video. Option 2, right? If you're a self-starter, if you're like, bro, I'm a self-starter, I can just go do this myself. Go ahead. You can continue doing it all on your own. You can try and go figure this out through more random info on the internet, leaving your success with a big question mark. Or you could do option 3. You can work with someone who has proven results doing exactly what it is you want to do. That way, you don't need to continue guessing your way around and hoping you'll achieve success, okay? If that's the option you want to go with, I would love to invite you to come work with me and all of us here at Music Money Mastery. So if all of this resonates with you, if you think this is a right fit, if you want to learn more about this, and if you actually think you fit the criteria, here's all you need to do next, real simple. Just DM me on Instagram at Leezy the Gifted, the word ready. If you I have obviously a different bunch of keywords you can DM me for like different things I've got going on. But if you DM me the word ready, I'll know for a fact you watched this video, and I'll know for a fact you're actually ready to go. All right. So listen, I've appreciated having you on here. I hope that this video changed your mindset, shifted some beliefs, and gave you some value. And, really appreciate serving and supporting you at the highest level. All right. Appreciate you watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.